Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with FC Groningen. I'm not gonna bother trying to pronounce it properly. I'm gonna call them Groningen because that's how my voice works. We've had a decent run of form since the last episode. In fact, we've only lost one game, and that was in the Cup. We'll come to that in a minute. The first game in between episodes was a 2-2 draw at home against FC Utrecht. We ended up going 1-0 up after 33 minutes thanks to Casper Larsen. Robin van der Meer then pulled one back to make it one apiece on 38. Cyril Dessers then made it 2-1 on 40 minutes. And finally, Gregor Breinberg, I cannot say people's names, which is great for this episode. Gregor Breinberg scored a goal on the 44th minute. It was an absolute screamer, giving us a point. Probably should have got more out of that game. Then the next match was a 2-0 victory against VVV Venlo. Lars Veldwijk with both the goals. Decent victory. We played well. Next up was another victory, this time away against NAC Breda, I believe is NAC Breda. Dino Hotic, the new signing, scoring his first goal for the club. It was a decent finish. It's a 1-0 victory. It's 3 points in the bag. Then we went out of the Dutch Cup quite badly. 2-0 defeat against Katwijk, I think. Katwijk. Andreas Dusink with both the goals. We battered them. We just could not score a goal. You'll see down the bottom, I kind of played a slightly rotated side because I forgot to rest players after the NAC game. So we played a rotated side. Didn't really pay off, did it? We're out of the Cup. I don't know whether the board are particularly happy with me, but it's happened now. And then finally, an absolutely storming second half against FC Twente. We went 1-0 down in the first half, 31 minutes, Fredrik Janssen with the goal. Then, half-time, decent team talk seemed to have taken place. We then go and win the second half, 5-0, 5-1 in total. The first goal came in the 61st minute. Michael Lindel with an own goal. Then Veldwijk with a goal on 68. Then another goal on 82. Then Casper Oldenburger scored in the 85th minute. And finally, Joel Donald on the 86th minute made it 5-1. It is a ridiculous comeback. When we won 1-0 down, I thought we were going to lose this game and I thought the season was over. But we pulled it back quite emphatically. And all of those results does mean that the league table looks pretty decent at the moment. We're sat second place. The only team above us are the only team to beat us, Ajax. So they're on 18 points. We're on 13, joint with Zwolle, Feyenoord, and a whole load of other people, all the way down to... we're not joint with Feyenoord. We're joint with Zwolle. Feyenoord are on 12. Then PSV and Sparta also on 12. So it's still tight at the top, but we're only 6 games in. The final piece of news to tell you before we get on to the games today. Mimoun Mahi has not left the club. The transfer window has shut. He is still here. I think partially down to the fact that he got himself injured. He's still wanted, but we've got him at least until January now, which is great, particularly because I'm now playing wingers. Well, I'm playing right-sided midfielders or wingers, depending on what the match does. Join me in a second when we have the first game of the episode, which is going to be against PEC Zwolle, and then later on we're going to have AZ Alkmaar. Here we are then for an unexpected top-of-the-table clash between second place FC Groningen and third place PEC Zwolle. Zwolle are the favourites as well, somehow. So, I don't really know a lot about them. I don't know how they're third. The starting lineup I'm going to go for is as follows. It's very similar to the last couple of games. I'm kind of sticking with the same team. Sergio Pat is the goalkeeper, back four of Zeefuik on the right, Van Knife on the left, Larsen and Teweirik in the centre. He's going to get called Mike. It's going to happen. Midfield of Dino Hotic on the left, Casper Oldenburger on the right-hand side because Mahi is still slightly injured. Breinberg and Bakuna are the two central midfielders. Tom de Weert and Lars Veldwijk are the strikers for this game. I'm just going to show you down there at the bottom. I've got 3 players on trial. One of them you've probably never heard of. One is Herman Ungenda and the other one is Jack Rodwell. I may have offered Jack Rodwell a contract, but I don't think I've got the money to see it through. Now, what I'm doing with my formation is I'm playing a 4-4-2, but then depending on how the match starts, so if Zwolle will come out at me really, quite heavily, what I'll do is I'll change to the 4-2-4, I think, technically. So Hotic and Oldenburger will push up to be wide-sided midfielders, or wingers, I guess is what you'd normally call them. I then probably play on counter-attack, and then hopefully try and counter their decent attacking football with our decent attacking football. This is quite surreal for me, actually doing well. in Football Manager 2018, because so far I haven't done. First highlight of the game, and it's going to go for Zwolle. Menig outside the... Seriously, deflections all over the place. Marcellus has scored. He was offside. Dirk Marcellus was offside. Don't worry about it. 10 minutes in, and it's been all PEC Zwolle. Oldenburger gets a foot in, apparently. It's cleared upfield, but the Zwolle defenders are going to get it back. Sandler to Marinus. Bakker. Why am I trying to pronounce these names? I don't know any of these players. Fryer, Marnius. That, not a chance. Sandler on the ball. I can say his name. Bakker as well. Lovely tackle on the, I think, Polish striker. Menig, the striker's got it again, and he's had a go. It's over the bar. They're all over us, which means 10 minutes in, we're going to pause it, and we're going to go and do this, and we're going to play 4-2-4 wide. And the moment we do, we get a highlight. Veldwijk back to Van Knife to Breinberg. Veldwijk's not going to get there. Van Polen, is he going to play it across the goal? He doesn't. Marcellus back to the keeper of Boer. Walking it in his penalty area. Being closed down, though. Kick upfield. Menig. Marinus takes it out wide. He's got two players on him, though. Tackle him. No one tackled him. And then he found Menig. Menig's crossed it in. And that was a great finish, to be fair. Mustafa Saymak played it back to Parisiak. Pete. I call him Pete. It was decent, but it was a decent goal. I can't really defend it. And nor could our defence, apparently. Decker with a free kick. 16 minutes on the clock. Saymak running forward. Finds Bakker. Finds the goal scorer. Saymak again. Oh, this is not looking good. Bakker. We're getting no highlights. Sandler. Marinus. Marinus' through ball. The goal scorer, edge of the area. He's had a go. It's just wide of the post. Still 1-0. We've made it to half an hour. Nothing's happened since that first little flurry of highlights. But we still haven't had any shots. 37 minutes on the clock. I'm going to change it to control. I don't know whether that's a good idea. 43rd minute. Thrown for Zwolle. Tackled by Breinberg. Van Weert to Veldwijk. The very, very tall striker. He's controlled it, kept it in, and then we've lost the ball. It's being passed around the back, though, through the Zwolle defenders. Bakker's ball forward to Pete. Pete's running in one-on-one. He's hit the post. Van Knife's going to get it clear. That will end the highlight. We're getting battered by these. Half-time, it's 1-0, and we've had 0 shots. Aggressively, that was not good enough. I don't know, being aggressive seems like a bad thing to do, but that's kind of my default. 46 minutes, we've already got a highlight in this half. It's starting, though, with the Zwolle keeper. Kicks it over the halfway line. Coming back. No, it's not coming back. Marcellus' ball forward. Van Polen, the right back, takes on his man. Crossed in. Pete's at the front. We're 2-0 down to Zwolle. You know, at the start of this episode, when I'm saying that we haven't really... Well, I've never really started a Football Manager save very well or been very good in them at all. Turns out, this is the match where it proves the point that it was just fluke. Oldenburger gets the ball as if weak. Forward to Oldenburger again. What was that? What are we trying to do there? Have I got any stupid tactics that I've forgot that I've put on? So we've got retain possession, clear ball to the flanks and look for the overlap. It's not working, is it? There's a highlight still going on. Completely forgot about that. Ball forward from the Zwolle defenders. Van Knife keeps it in. Hotic keeps it from going out for a throw-on. Back to the keeper. Why did you play it back to the keeper? Maybe this is the plan. Build from the back. Over the halfway line. Header from their play. He's 6'5". How is anybody out jumping him? Pete on the ball. Plays it back to Marinus. Marinus to Menig. 2 players on him. Pete's there with 3-0 down. I've paused the game. I don't know... I've demanded more. What else can I change? Larsson's playing absolutely appallingly. Memisevic? Sure, his name. Like, everyone's just playing badly. Mahi, he's still injured. Don't care. Come on. Zivweek as well. Let's just actually pick someone who... I have no right backs. Wonderful. Okay, we'll just do those 2 subs then. We're 3-0 down. I mean, this match is over. They've had 11 shots. We've had 1. I've changed it to counter. I don't know why. I mean, I'm expecting them to just keep going, apparently. Just over 10 minutes left to play, and nothing's happening. We've had another shot, but it wasn't a highlight. Hold on, we do have a highlight on the 83rd minute. Zivweek gets it cleared. Mahi, the injured winger. Van Weert. Van Weert. Mahi's making a run. He's found Zeefuik. Zeefuik's ball over the top. Mahi's running onto it again. He keeps control of the ball, crosses it in. Hotic is at the back. Veldwijk's there. It's 3-1. It's not looking anywhere near as embarrassing, but if you actually look at the match stats, it's still very embarrassing. I've gone overload. We are like 5 minutes left to play. What's the worst that can happen? Highlight straight away. Goal kick from Zwolle. Headed forward. Hopefully, Memsimit. Oh, what are you doing? This man's name is confusing. Back at edge of the area, had to go over the bar. Still 3-1. We are into injury time, and I don't think we're going to get anything from this at all. We've got a highlight. There's 25 seconds to play, so this is just going to see out the rest of the game. It's not. It's just a terrible result, really. I mean, Zwolle are in decent form. I don't know where their forms come from, but they're doing all right. Frey gets the ball, sure, whatever. Why am I commentating? The match is over. Hold on, we've nipped in there. Decker's going to get it, back to the keeper. 94 minutes on the clock. There it is, full time. What happened there? I mean, this guy just destroyed us, and I don't know how. Aggressively, I'm far from pleased. They had 2 aggressive team talks, it didn't work. That result does drop us down to 3rd place in the table. It looks like, however, PSV, Feyenoord and Utrecht, and possibly even Vitesse, can all overtake us, so we could be 6th. It seems like the other results kind of went our way a little bit, so we've dropped down to 5th place, and that is also partly down to the fact that we haven't played for this week, and every other team, bar a couple, have. Vitesse, for some reason, I don't know why, I'm assuming they're in the Europa League or something like that, have only played 6 games this season, whereas everyone else has played 8 or 7. The starting lineup we're going to go for then is the same as the last match. So in goal is Sergio Pad, Zeefuik, Tiwairik, Larsen and Van Nijf are the defenders. I say the same as the last match, it's not at all. There's 2 new players in there. Midfield of Mahi on the right returns to starting lineup. Django Warmerdam starts as well on the left-hand side because Dino Hotic, I was nearly said Dusan Hotic, Dino Hotic has got himself injured. He's on the bench, but he's slightly injured. Breinberg and Bakuna are the central midfielders. Veldwijk and Van Weert are the 2 strikers. Hopefully we actually get a performance from Van Weert because he's very good, but he's also very annoying. AZ Alkmaar appear to have Concrete Ron in their back 4, so that means that old Van Weert's pace can probably do the business. What about you? Are you fast? Not really. You're not the slowest, but you're also not too bad either. Oh, I've just remembered I haven't changed my bloody suit again. At the end of this match, I'm going to change my suit. I want to see, obviously, a much better performance against AZ Alkmaar. We are the better side. They are down in 16th place in the table. We are, well, we've moved up to 4th. I think technically we're 5th. I think we're 5th, aren't we? 15 minutes in, and Alkmaar, AZ even, they have all the possession. They've had 1 shot so far. I mean, this seems like a very, very dull game, doesn't it? Half an hour in, still no highlights, although we are now getting a few shots. We've actually had 3, and now we do have a highlight. Van Nijf with the throw. Breinberg, bean tackle, jumps the tackle. Warmerdam, crossed in. Van Weert's at the back post. Tom Van Weert gets there behind Concrete Ron, makes it 1-0. 33 minutes on the clock. We've moved up to 3rd. My goals for this season are to finish about 6th. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. So if we keep this up and we get 3rd place, I don't know what the qualifications are for things like the Europa League and the Champions League. I think 3 go into the Champions League, 2 into the group stage and 1 into the qualifiers maybe. I'm not sure. Holland as a nation aren't very good at football, are they? It's half time, it is 1-0. And when I said Holland aren't very good as a nation at football, they are, but they don't qualify for things as much as they perhaps should. Just wanted to clear that up just in case there are any angry Dutch people. Let's go straight into the second half. No substitutions. Half decent team talk. Breinberg has taken a bit of a knock. I'll say he's taken a bit of a knock. He's just a bit tired. Same as Bakuna. 57 minutes on the clock. Larsen wins ahead of Van Weert. Not Van Nijf. Van Nijf is the left back. Van Weert's still going. He's had a go. What happened there? Did you hit the post? I don't know what you did. 60 minutes. Van Nijf with a throw. Breinberg in the middle to Bakuna. Bakuna to Veldwijk. Veldwijk to Warmerdam. Little back heel, Breinberg. Veldwijk again. Van Weert's in the middle. If he can find him, he does find him. And Tom Van Weert must have heard my team talk that was just directly to him, and he has no physical way of hearing this, but he's actually putting on a performance. how much a different performance we get in here than the game against Zwolle. This is just polar opposites. 68 minutes on the clock. I don't really want to do it, but Bakuna's going to come off. I'm going to bring on Memisevic. Basically, he wants to play more games, and I told him, learn to be a ball-winner midfielder, and then you'll get some games, and he was quite happy with that. So let's play him as a ball-winner midfielder. Immediately, he's on the pitch, and he's looking complacent. Why? Why bother doing that? Into the final 5 minutes, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to do some subs. I'm going to time waste a little bit. Breinberg is a little bit knackered, so Jesper Drost can come on. Veldwijk's gone and got himself booked. So Joel Donald, can we swap you two over? You better. Sure, we'll do that. Looking like a reasonably comfortable win in the end then. Going into, there's a minute and a half, so this could be a highlight, but I'm hoping it isn't. If we get the 3 points, which, unless, Masuno's one-on-one with a... Okay, he's missed. Cool. When we get the 3 points, not if, we're going to move back up to third place in the table, which for 8 games in now, I think we are. That's good. I'm happy with that. We haven't played too many of the big sides. Obviously, we've played Ajax and we've played Zwolle, both of which we've lost. I say Zwolle like they're Champions League quality. Mahi gets it clear. Svensson isn't going to bother getting there. There's 40 seconds left. Still not taking the throw on. There's now 20 seconds left. AZ coming forward. No, they're not. Warmerdam gets the ball. Van Weert, who is on a hat-trick, plays it out wide to nobody. No one at all was there. I'm so glad I didn't pick AZ Alkmaar, because there's no way I'd pronounce half of this team's names. It looks like it's full-time. Yes, it is full-time. A 2-0 win. That is a good win. Decent team talk as well from Peter Hoekstra, our assistant manager, who was at Stoke. He wasn't at Cardiff, he was at Stoke. So, after that match then, we are back up into third place. 5 wins, 1 draw, 2 defeats. Goal difference of positive 9. 16 points. We are still chasing Ajax. Let's check. I think, can we find it on here? Is it rules? How many teams? Right, I know it's very, very early to be thinking about this, but 1 team qualifies for the Champions Cup, or the Champions League third qualifier. No one goes straight into the group stages. Okay, so, top 2 teams get Champions League. Third gets Europa League. 2 teams after that, so 4th and 5th get Europa League as well. That would explain why there's always a lot of Dutch teams in the Europa League. Or maybe the Dutch Cup winner might get that one. Okay. League positions in Eredivisie decide who gets into the European competitions. European playoff winner gets the last European place. What is that? What is the I don't know what that is. And for some reason, FC Twente are banned from Europe. Sure. That is going to do it for this episode. Next episode, we're going to go through to around mid-December, where we're going to have Roda JC and PSV Eindhoven, who obviously one of the better teams in the league, although at the moment they're currently sat 7th. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2018 with FC Groningen. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.